Hey there, okay, so I just want to go over the offensive attack triangle and use some video examples from our game just to kind of emphasize some of these points. So we're all familiar with the F1, F2, F3. So F1 is going to be the first forward into the zone carrying the puck. So just as a general principle, F1 should drive wide, right, around the outside of the defense. That's probably your best option. F2 would drive wide the other side, heading to the net, stick down, looking for that rebound or a cross ice pass. F3 is the high guy. But one thing to keep in mind, F3 is also the puck support player. So this guy's coming in with the puck. So instead of coming in right down the middle of the ice, you're better off to shadow this guy off his shoulder. So cheat or shade to this side of the ice, the side of the ice where the puck carrier is, and that way you're providing puck support to this guy. So if he gets checked here, F3 is right there to pick up any loose pucks and carry the play on. The other option when you're in this close proximity is it makes it a lot easier for a drop pass back to F3. So F1 would have a bunch of options. He could, drive wide, go to the net himself. Like I said, he could do a drop pass to F3. You could do a cross ice pass to F2, or take a shot from maybe the top of the circle, something like that, and F2 could get a rebound. So we'll just go through some game footage and kind of look for examples of this. Okay, so this is actually, right from the beginning of that semifinal game. It's like the first minute or so. Chase here, our right winger, has the puck. He's driving up the boards, doing a good job there. So we have our other winger over here. So we got our centerman here. Our other winger is off screen over here. So this centerman is actually F3. Chase would be F1. So we'll play it forward. So he's taking the puck wide, which is a good play over here. But ideally, F3 probably would have been better to hang back high and support Chase, and F2 drive wide to the net. So let's play this forward. Okay. So as you can see, we got, that's F3. We still can't see F2 is over here, so they're kind of side by side. Now if this player, the centerman, had kind of dropped in here as a high player and also support player, you'll see, so Chase ends up getting checked there. See, we already got our F3. If our player was over here, he would have been able to get in there and get that loose puck. Okay, here's an example of the attack triangle working fairly well. So we got our centerman here coming down with the puck, Beef. He drives wide. Then we do have a player playing high, and then we do have a player driving wide. So we'll just play it forward. So Vic is dropping back to be the high guy. In this case, just try and get open ice and make sure your stick is on the ice, ready to take a shot or accept that drop pass. So just play this forward. So Beef goes for the cross ice pass. So we got our winger on the far side over here. But once again, always if you are that far side winger, get your stick down on the ice. Get ready to make that shot. Same with Vic here. Stick on the ice. Get ready for that rebound or the shot, okay? But overall, that was a fairly good example of how the attack triangle works. And we get another scoring chance. So we got two good quality scoring chances off that play. Okay, here's another play. So Chase has picked up the puck along the boards here. So he would be F1. I'm not sure where the other winger is, but I believe Cotter here is F3. So Chase is going to drive the puck wide. So let's play it. So, like, probably a little better play for Cotter would just be to support this play, drop him behind, kind of off Chase's shoulder. So if he does get into trouble here, he can help out, pick up a loose puck, that sort of thing. And the far side winger should break it to the net. So Cotter reads that and actually does a pretty good job supporting this play. So coming in. So now we got two forwards down here. So the other forward should read that and drop into the high position. Always keeping one forward high, right? So ideally that other winger would drop into the high slot position. That way he's in a strong defensive position if there is a turnover. And then also, if we do gain control of the puck, you know, there's an option for a pass out to the guy in the open there. So now we got these two guys down here, so that other winger ideally should drop into that high position, right? So we always need one player high. So puck goes around. D does a nice job keeping in, comes across, and so Chase did what he was supposed to do, right? He went to the high slot position. He was the third man in that offensive zone, so he went high, and there he was, ready for that pass that came across, and it ended up getting a nice goal here. So that resulted in pretty smart positioning by this line. So just kind of always remember, like, if you got two guys down deep fighting for the puck, that third winger needs to, or third player needs to get into that high position to support the D. So you maintain that triangle up here, right? Hockey's all about triangles. So you have a forward there, D here, and then your forwards down here. That's your offensive attack triangle, and then your defensive triangle up here. Okay, so we'll just take a look at this play. So we have our centerman Eric down here going to get the puck. So the other wingers or the other players should be thinking about their job here, right? So ideally we'd have a net guy and a high guy somewhere. So we'll see how this plays out. So far Eric's okay. So now we're getting our triangle here. So we have a high guy here. Jake is coming down here. So this is where it ends up being pretty good. So Jake, he went down here, which probably shouldn't have done, but read that we were getting the puck, so he dropped into his high slot position over here, and so we ended up having a pretty good triangle, and he ended up getting a scoring chance out of this. Okay. But as a general rule, always try and set up that triangle with your net, meaning a net presence guy, high guy, and a guy going after the puck, right? Okay, so we're just going to go, this is another goal that we scored, so we'll go watch this play here. So Eric picks up the puck. So he's going to be F1. We have another winger over here who would be F2, and Brody is probably F3 in this situation. So we'll play it. So Eric decides to drive wide left. So just a slight point, like if you're in this situation, you're probably best to be the F3 guy and let the other guy's over here, let him drive to the net. So I would support Eric here. So drop in kind of off his shoulder, be the high player. See, just in case if you got checked here and you were in this position here, you'd be able to go help him. So Eric makes a nice decision here, goes behind the net. So now we got two guys in front of the net here, so it'd probably be better off if one of these guys dropped into the high position, right? So always need that high guy, net guy, puck guy. Eric makes a nice play here by passing it back to our defense, which is something we need to look at more often. A lot of times our defense are open, so that's a good play to go back. That was a smart play to go back there. The point shot goes in, and Brody did a nice job kind of backing off and getting open here, and gets a nice goal. So a lot of good things on that play, just some fine tuning. Could have been done, but overall it was very good.